Hey guys, who wants to be a millionaire? Okay, I think most of us do. I know I do. And so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to read a book. Okay, it's a booklet. It's a very small booklet. It's called the Millionaire Booklet. It's this little dinky tiny thing. Okay, it's I think 40 pages or something. 42 pages. It's by Grant Cardone, and you can get it online. It's like $5. Okay, but I'm gonna read this to you. Uh, there's 10 chapters. I'm gonna do one chapter a day, so a total of 10 days. And the first two chapters, okay, first two chapters. Chapter one, getting rich is not a fantasy. Chapter two, where you get your advice. And then chapters 3 through 10 is going to be the 8 steps, I believe is what it is. Let me see. Step 7, step 8. Yep, there's 8 steps. Okay, I'm going to start with chapter 1. Getting rich is not a fantasy. All right, so stay tuned for this, guys. I'm going to do one chapter a day. Um, I don't think Grant minds because look, I'm literally free advertising for his book. You can get it. I believe it's millionairebooklet.com, and it's like I said, it's literally $5. He recommends you keep this with you. It's so small I can fit it in my back pocket. Okay, keep this thing with you everywhere you go, and use it as a reference, use it as a guide, use it as a refresher. It's so he wrote this thing in 2 hours. I mean, this is it's an awesome little tool. So I'm reading it for the first time with you guys. I think it's all stuff that I've heard him say before because I've watched a ton of courses, classes, material from him, gone to a lot of his events. But hey, this is all nice, structured in one little booklet. I'm also preparing for my Cash Flow Accelerator real estate program. I'm preparing for the third module, which is Money 101. And it's all about the principles of money, the principles of wealth, using other people's money and leverage. And so this is kind of also prepping me for that. So good for me, good for you. Let's dive in. I'm literally going to read this book, so I'm going to be looking down. Don't think I'm not looking at you. I'm reading. I'm reading the book. So bear with me. I'll do my best to be entertaining, but I'm literally going to read this book. Okay. Chapter 1: Getting rich is not a fantasy. How to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire or even hectamillionaire, 100 million units, isn't taught in schools or colleges. In fact, most of society frowns on anyone who talks about getting rich. Some even protest against those who have created financial independence. You see this all the time. It's a funny thing that schools teach you how to read and write, how to do math, how to know history and geography, and how to pass a test, but they never broach the subject of how to get rich. Getting super rich seems to be a topic reserved for fantasies, movies, and drunken what if games. Most have come to believe that becoming a millionaire is for the lucky sperm club, business owners, gold diggers, lottery winners, athletes, rappers, and inventors, but it's not true. Millionaires and the super rich come from all walks of life. In fact, just to debunk one of the myths, I'll tell you that 4 out of 5 millionaires today work for someone else. The reason most people never get rich is that they never even consider it a possibility. They are convinced by those close to them to simply be satisfied with whatever their financial situation is. The other reason is that people fundamentally do not understand money. Very few people know how to get money, even fewer know how to keep it, and almost no one knows how to multiply it. Just look around you. You will see signs of this everywhere. Even in one of the richest countries in the world, America, 76% of people live paycheck to paycheck. Some 50% of Americans have no money for retirement. 47% of Americans don't have $400 for an emergency. If these statistics were true in a poor country, it would be one thing, but America is considered a wealthy country. Turn on the television, go online, and you will see endless, ridiculous financial advice. Financial pundits suggest saving tricks where your path to wealth is finding the lowest price for a product or putting more air in your tires to save gas. This piece of advice always cracks me up. If you don't drink coffee out, you'll save another $700 a year. You can save $700 a year for the next 50 years and you won't be rich. You'll just be old. Another pundit preaches all debt is bad. Wonder who they're talking about. And that by avoiding debt, you'll somehow be financially free. Never borrow money under any circumstance. The previously bankrupt advisor promotes, he overlooks the reality that almost all the super rich have used debt to multiply their wealth. By the way, Grant is a billionaire. He wrote this book. He was 100, a hectamillionaire. He is now a billionaire. In this book, he owned, he said $400 million of real estate. His company, Cardone Capital, now owns $5.1 billion worth of real estate. I think he knows what he's talking about. So anyways, this goes back to what I was talking about previously, of pick a mentor who has what you want, okay, and then follow that mentor. That's the be, do, have approach. Anyways, continuing on, flip the channel, and you'll see fancy graphics making a case that you should turn your money over to the boys on Wall Street who, smarter than you, will invest in stocks, bonds, financial instruments they can't even explain. Ask your parents for money advice and they will recite their path. Get a job, buy a house, contribute to your 401k. Be grateful you have more than most and pray everything goes right. I have never wanted to just have enough. In fact, truth be known, I have always wanted to be rich. While I do believe in prayer, I don't expect God to take care of my finances, and I certainly don't want to leave it up to everything going all right. At a very young age, I noticed how the people who made the decisions and had the power of choice all seemed to be the people with money. I wanted to be one of them. I didn't want money for the sake of money, but to be able to have the power of choice. At the age of 8, one of my first experiences with money was walking to the local grocery store. I had a quarter in my pocket to spend at the store. I was excited, giddy, and I felt powerful. I was walking to the store with my brother, fondling my quarter, when I dropped it in the street and it rolled into a manhole. I got onto my hands and knees only to discover my arms were too short to retrieve the quarter. I got up wet, dirty, angry, wanting to cry. I remember going home and telling my father how I lost my quarter. My father said to me, "You shouldn't play with money." My grandfather later grabbed me and said, "Son, the problem isn't simply that you lost the quarter. The problem is that it was your only quarter." Since that loss, I have fascinated with the idea of amassing enough money so no single event or loss would ever cause me to be without. That gave me chills. Until tomorrow.